And here we go, we got our first crew of the day rolling back down the ramp. Today's gonna be a fun one. You can see those flags whipping in the background, and that means the wind is absolutely ripping today. But welcome back, crew, to the greatest show on earth, and that is the Miami Boat Ramps channel. I'm your host, Broncos Guru, and today we are down here visiting Boynton Beach. So our crew's backing the cat up, and looks pretty solid. Let's see how they finish this one off. If our first crew of the day will have a nice, easy launch. So the interesting parts, I've not seen anybody else get out of the truck yet, so there's nobody down here to grab lines or anything like that, but I did see them unclip the bow eye of this boat before they started backing down. As you can see here as it's rolling off, now this is intentional, I'm guessing, and he's left it what appears to be a line over the front catch on the trailer. And right there you can tell whatever line he had, it must be hooked to something, because as soon as it snapped onto the boat stopped and started drifting in the direction of the wind. And it looks like it's going to be a solo launch, and that's actually a pretty good solo launch down here. We see people with whole groups of people do a whole lot worse than this. And here comes our next crew backing down. What in the world? He's got this thing trimmed all the way down. My man is playing with fire right here as he's trying to back this one down, and that engine is trimmed all the way down. I mean, just an inch or so above the ground. There's no way he doesn't drag this, right? This one is so flipping close, and he's so far away that I'm not even gonna be able to tell if he hits. Keep watching the motor to see if we get a little bounce action. But man, I mean, when I say playing with fire, you can't be playing with fire any more than this guy is right this second without actually being on fire. Oh, I guarantee that was a hit. And I can hear little clicks, so it's just barely nudging and bouncing a little bit. But he's gonna wind up backing it into the water, but man, that could have went a lot worse. I heard 2 or 3 little clicks there. So he definitely hit at some point, but not nearly as bad as I thought he was as he was getting this one back in. So, hello, so our next crew comes in. She just said, hopefully I don't fall off. So we're going to cheer for you, lady. We're going to let this one go, and hopefully you do not fall off as well. And let's see if you guys can just go ahead and land it perfect. And they look pretty good. Solid approach angle, coming in soft. And let's see if she can keep her promise true. There we go. She doesn't fall off. She winds up wrapping it up, and this crew gets a nice easy land, and we'll be good to go. So this is our fire guy. And he looks like he's pulling back out. I'm not sure what they were even doing. They backed it down, sat here for a few seconds, and now he's pulling back out. It looks like, at least. So maybe he didn't like the way it was centered on the boat, but I mean, I would imagine that if you noticed that, you didn't like the way the motor was dragging down either. Here we go again. Gonna play with fire a second time. As you can see, he did not trim it up at all. Craziness. So this crew is trying to launch the ski, and now he's stuck trying to get back out. So as you can see, there's a lot of seaweed starting to form up here on the ramps. So he's trying to clear a little path where hopefully he can get out. And there we go, he gets a little success. So they still got to try and launch this one. So it looks like they're trying to discover or figure out their best plan of attack. And right here we go. He's just going to start removing the seaweed. I mean, it's not a horrible idea if you can get yourself the correct track and then get it back down that track. My curiosity question is, why didn't he just do it right behind where the trailer is now versus trying to move it over? So him and his buddy are going through it. We've got another jet ski coming in over here. It looks like they're going to launch somewhere else, on another lane at least. Would have been funny if they would have came over here and tried to launch right here where they're removing all this stuff. So he's cleared a little path. But again, what didn't make sense to me is, why wouldn't you have just cleared it from right behind where the trailer was now? Then all you gotta do is back straight down. Now he's gotta move over here and try and hit this lane that he's made. So, let's take bets now. In the comments, do you think he clears it or not? Because I know a single jet ski trailer, we watch these people struggle with these things all the time. He's made himself a narrow path. And let's see if he can actually hit that narrow path he's made. Now, the one thing I will say about this is, remember, it doesn't necessarily matter about so much where the trailer is. He needs his car to wind up in that path. So continues to back up. Turns it back through. He's even going to cut the trailer through that path. Now the question is, can he get the car to line back up through it? And honestly, it looks pretty good. I'm actually surprised. We see so many people struggle with these down here. I didn't think it was going to go that way. So this crew's been trying for several minutes now to get this boat off the trailer. In an effort to not make you guys have to watch it all, they are in minute 8 of this right now when I look down at the timer. So 8 minutes in, they've just tried again, and Dad's going to have to back down the trailer a little more. Definitely a slower day, as you can tell. There's lots of open lanes, but it's overcast, and that wind has a lot of people kind of avoiding coming down here today. So he's backed up a little bit. Not very much. It still doesn't appear to be floating. Maybe that's by choice. And it looks like he's going to try one more time to get it off. So here we go again, back under power, trying to get her off. And man, she's still kind of stuck. He's going to have to goose it, or he's going to have to back it up a little bit. What was that? So, she's floating now. She is off. So he goes for the tie-up, and they will be good to go. But overall, it's taken them over 10 minutes to get this off the trailer, which seems a little excessive. Let me know in the comments below if you agree with that. But thanks for watching, crew. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Miami Boat Ramps. If you did, please check out our other content. We have Wavy Boats, who does a bunch of great things down at the inlets. My channel, Broncos Guru, does some great comedy boating videos there as well. And of course, we got Boats vs. Haulover, where man and machine take on Mother Nature down at beautiful Haulover Inlet. And if you guys haven't already, go ahead and drop an anchor on the subscribe button here.